Hello everybody, welcome back to Dead of Night. This is episode 14, and, well, a lot has been revealed since I last saw you. It is simply a lot to take in, I'm sure, but we don't have an enormous amount of time to take it in because things are getting a bit dire, aren't they? Isadora is currently sleeping. She is feeling extremely weak whenever she is awake. She could theoretically get up, but she is feeling really shitty, and right now she just wants to rest because she's feeling absolutely no hope in the world over the situation that we're currently in, and she wants to sleep it away. Of course, she will not be able to sleep it away. She will have to wake up eventually, but for now, she's sleeping. So all of the vampires are... What the heck are you doing? Showing off her powers to Soren. That doesn't feel in character. He's also showing off his powers. Cool. And we also have a random ghost here, which I have forgotten to address. So I added them all to my household because they're gonna be sticking around Isadora. They love her. They all love her. Even... What? Okay. Can you guys stop this? Like, this is weird. I'm not vibing with it. They're all thinking about the inspired decor, which pisses me off because no matter how many times I try to figure out what the inspired decor is, I can never figure it out, and it's so hard to control their emotions because I'm a control freak. If I am constantly having to remove this moodlet, I even got a mod that removes that moodlet, and it didn't work. It's still there. I've genuinely been looking for such a long time. I have no idea what the inspired decor is. So, nobody's really in the best mood right now. Soren has the vampiric ability to suppress his emotions, so he's technically feeling fine right now, so that's good for him, I guess. Pandora's feeling kind of angry. She's feeling pretty angry because of her encounter with the vampires at the other house. Obviously, she is pissed because they basically are in the process of killing Isadora. She's not a fan. And she's smiling now. Why are you smiling? Because of the stupid inspired decor. I'm gonna lose it, man. I'm gonna lose it. Rio is feeling really tense and scared right now. Elena is overcome with sadness, and she seems to be just wanting to be by Isadora right now, which makes sense. But for this episode, I think these guys are gonna go a little bit of their separate ways while Isadora is sleeping and try to come up with whatever they can to possibly remedy this situation. Because they've each done their own investigative work with Isadora, so they have their own paths that they can go down for potential leads. Okay, are we being mean, Pandora? Check for drugs? I don't know what mod that comes from. Bouncer career, okay. Whatever. Elena is pretty determined to figure out what's going on, but right now she's just really overwhelmed with her emotions. She is feeling just like a mess. She is so afraid that she is going to lose Isadora. She has had her friends at the cabaret, her neighbors, and she had Kira, but nobody has ever been as important as Isadora to her. And losing Isadora is the worst fate that she could possibly think of right now. And she obviously really doesn't want Isadora in so much agony. Isadora's awake, but not really able to do much of anything, so Elena's just sitting with her. She desperately wishes she was human, so if Isadora goes, she can go with her. She's just too important to Elena. She promises herself that she won't let Isadora die at any cost. She fears that it's not in her control at all, but she's going to try to convince herself that it is until it's too late. So she's going to pull out and revisit the files about... Okay, she's really struggling. Gonna go through the files about Kira and the other waitresses deaths because she's hoping there's something in there that can help. Oh, poor girl is inconsolable at this point. She doesn't seem to find much of anything, but she scans through them over and over, trying to find something. Oh man, everybody just got a call saying that somebody died. I don't know who it is, but that definitely doesn't help the mood. Landlord. Okay.
I don't really give a shit.
In the returning sunlight, Rio is calling to let a lot of the places that he's going to be doing gigs in the future know that he's going to have to cancel them. With everything going on, there is absolutely no way that he can continue to pursue the dreams he's had for his whole life. It is something that hurts to do. To cancel so many events is a horrible way to ruin your reputation as a performer. Since Rio's turning back into being a human, he's stepped away from the vampire world as much as he can, while Isadora was unknowingly sleeping deeper into it. He feels really guilty about it, and he wants to be as part of the vampire world right now as he possibly can, because if so many of the people he loves are involved, he has to do whatever he can. He turns, watching her rest, seeing the pain on her face, waiting on her with this lack of hope, reminds him of how she must have felt when she was waiting on his casket. Why is there a cocktail in the mirror? Elena. That better be blood, girl. That better be blood. Of course, that makes him feel all the more guilty for the way that he stressed her out back then. Isadora has been resting for a while, but she gets up because she hears that she's getting a call. Oh, great. Oh, shoot! Hi, Pandora. I'm calling to let you know that Melvin Balderas has passed away. They're also calling Isadora for that. Okay. So, vampire or not, Melvin, the curator of the Gargoyle Repository, is dead. Something gives Isadora the feeling that it wasn't a death by old age. With that in mind, I think Isadora is going to ask Pandora, I really wish I could go with you, but I can't. Could you go back to the repository and see what could be there? Because keep in mind, he didn't show us everything, and he probably had some things to hide, but now that he's gone... Oh my gosh, another call? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, 2 more people just died. Could some of these deaths have been bodies found at the cabaret? Maybe they're telling us a little late, because obviously we've been with Isadora this whole time, so for sure nobody new has been killed. But it's possible they found some new bodies, because we have had just an unearthly amount of calls. As horrible as it is, if Melvin wasn't going to tell us everything, now we can figure it out ourselves if we maybe can find something at the repository. Isadora is... she's feeling a bit too sick to move. She can move from one room to another with struggle, but it is... I mean, she's just feeling constant agony at this point. So we're gonna go to the Gargoyle Repository. Nobody is there. It's abandoned, but it might have some answers. So here we are, the Gargoyle Repository. But it looks a little different from when we last saw it. All of the vampire knowledge, everything that he had collected about Ambrosia Hollow and vampires, it's gone. I mean, not everything is gone, but the portraits, old pianos, old coffins, books and books about the history, they're all gone. Even the stone tablet, it's completely gone. The bookshelves have been emptied of... I mean, there had to be like hundreds of books and they're all gone. Whoever emptied it out didn't bother emptying out the bathrooms and stuff, so it's not like they emptied all the furniture out because he died. Whoever removed all of this stuff was intentionally removing the things related to vampires. Did somebody kill him? Did they do this? Possibilities whirl through Pandora's mind. Could he have been killed by one of the traditional vampires? Could he have been killed by the creature? He seemed human to Pandora. She didn't sense vampire energy on him. What the heck is that? Hey, I heard you became friends with Rio Casimir. He's pretty cool. Is that a trick? Anyway, Pandora looks thoroughly, but there is nothing here, so she's gonna go back to Isadora's place and report back her, non-findings. When Pandora gets home, she has to wake up Isadora because Isadora is asleep. She breaks the news to Isadora that there is absolutely nothing there. She's smiling for some reason. I think I know why. Inspired decor. Right. I think Pandora may have to leave for a second because now I think Pandora is thinking about where else she can investigate, and she's thinking, well, maybe if I go back to the cabaret, I'll be able to find something during the cleanup, because they still really haven't been able to clean up everything, considering we've been very busy with being with Isadora rather than being back at the cabaret. So I'll have Pandora head over, but I'm actually not going to go with her because Soren has something he wants to say to Isadora. You know, I think Nathaniel could be a good source for this. He can't do anything to you because, well, we know now why he hasn't done anything to you, because you have that thing inside. We can demand answers. It's all too far gone to care what he thinks, and if that thing would destroy San Myshuno, maybe if we really wanted to stop it, he would actually help us. Because, I mean, he doesn't really seem to be an avid worshipper of that thing. He seems like the odd one out among the vampires that knew about it. So, maybe we really should try talking to him. They look very enthusiastic. They pretend they're acting all moody because I can't get them to act like there isn't inspired decor everywhere. Isadora's gonna head in for an early night because, to nobody's surprise, she is kind of exhausted right now. She hasn't done anything, but like she just immediately just got exhausted from being awake. She's honestly really terrified that while she sleeps, she's gonna, have a part in killing somebody, but she can't stay up and worry about it because she's so tired. Soren just got in bed beside her. Sure, buddy. Sure. That's normally Elena's spot, but to be fair, Isadora's technically in where Elena would normally be. It doesn't matter. I don't really care. We're all family here. Where the hell is Rio? I just realized that. Where the hell is Rio? Hi, Rio. Why aren't you in my household? Oh, great. It's glitching out. I love this outfit on Rio. It looks great. So Pandora's still at the cabaret. I think everybody else is gonna call it an early night. Everything is quiet in the house. Everybody is asleep. And it does look like the others are all asleep. Pandora even came and brought a little mattress. But in the middle of the night, Soren wakes up to a weird noise. Isadora is no longer asleep. Moving into the hallway, he sees Isadora walking down the stairs. Though he has a feeling that it might not be Isadora. Isadora, he calls out. To his surprise, she does look back, but the look in her eyes confirms to him Isadora isn't awake right now, so he follows it. He definitely is a little bit nervous that it's going to come out and try to attack him, but he's half asleep and not out here making the best decisions with a half-awake brain. However, his conscience knows enough to duck when it stops in its tracks. He wasn't seen, and he keeps going. He is lucky there's not anybody out tonight, because it would look really weird if he was just following around this random woman, because nobody else really knows that he's actually following like a demonic godly entity, so he would probably come off as a creep if anybody was to see this. But it keeps going. He's trying to keep a good distance, but he ends up completely losing sight of it. Where did it go? He is very nervous now. It's on its way to find another victim, isn't it? He thought maybe he could catch it, but it seemed to have intentionally slipped from his grasp. There's some people out here, which now might be a good thing because maybe they saw the direction that it went. We're gonna try to not come off as a creep that's trying to find out where a random woman he met at the bar is. Because I feel like if I was her, I wouldn't tell him shit. But it doesn't seem like she saw much of anything. We'll introduce herself to this girl because she's CC'd and I don't recognize her at all, but I must have made her. But it doesn't seem like anybody really knows where she went. Where it went. It did seem like it was maybe trying to lose him, so he wonders, what if its destination was the cabaret the whole time? After all, a lot of bodies have been found there. The cabaret is closed, but that doesn't really matter. He's the assistant manager. Who are you? He's burning up because it's already light outside. He doesn't see much of anything here, but he does eventually find her. He should have known this is the site he would stumble upon. He's not sure how it found another person inside the cabaret when the cabaret's been closed, but she is certainly dead. Isadora, it is Isadora this time, is passed out. So he's just going to pick her up and take her home. He brings her back to her bedroom. He can't help but watch her with worry. You have to get this out of you, he's thinking. It makes him think. No one has ever seen the creature, and no one has ever seen the creature act, and no one ever found the culprit. Maybe it always tries to be unseen by anyone but the victim, though it doesn't care if they see Isadora moving. That's the whole point of using her, so that it can travel and exist without being seen. So I'm gonna end the episode here. I know it wasn't overly eventful, but this is kind of an aftermath type of episode, similar to that of Sever Cliffs 12, where Sasha was in jail, so I kind of had to just see where everybody else was. That's kind of what we're doing today. But I promise that next episode is going to be a lot more eventful. The next 3 episodes are going to be a real doozy. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Hopefully, I felt like you kind of needed something like this after the reveal last episode because it is kind of crazy. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.